Welcome into Campus Insiders Oregon. I'm Jill Savage alongside Justin Myers, looking at Oregon basketball right now. A mid-season review, if you will. Justin, the Ducks started out the year great. Of course, we all know once they got into Pac-12 play, not so great. So let's go ahead and give out some mid-season grades right now. Let's start with the front court. How would you grade them?
Yeah, I'd give them probably a C-. And the reason why it's such a high grade, nobody expected anything from this front court from the beginning of the season anyway.
A C- is a high grade.
Exactly. For this team, the way they've been playing, I mean, they're 3-6 in conference so far. But with this front court, nobody expected anything from them.
Now looking at the backcourt, before the season started, this was touted as one of the best backcourts in the entire country.
Sure.
It hasn't really panned out.
Not at all. And I'm going to give this backcourt a D because they cannot find a point guard. You look throughout the entire season, Dominic Artis was suspended. Jonathan Lloyd looked to be the starting point guard, and then they've been rotating around. They haven't found the proper rotation. The fact is, this backcourt from Oregon can't find a solid 3 guys to throw in the lineup at any one time that are going to be consistent. It started to come together a little bit with USC this past weekend, but inconsistent guard play from what was supposed to be one of the best backcourts in the country, that gives them a D.
And how would you grade Dana Altman in his performance so far this year?
I'll give him a C+ because he's trying everything possible. And I know coaches don't want to start switching lineups. They don't want to start mixing guys in and out. They don't want to change the starting lineup, especially once you get into the new year. But he's had to. He's had no consistency from this team, and he has thrown everything that he could at them. I'm going to give him a C+.
We have to start looking at March Madness now. We're in the month of February. So, Justin, the Ducks have 9 remaining games on their schedule. Let's take a look and see what they need to do from here on out. First of all, you start with the Arizona trips. First at Arizona, then at Arizona State.
Yeah, I think for Oregon to get into the tournament at all, they're going to have to go 500 overall in conference, which means they're going to have to flip the 3-6 that they had the first half of conference to 6-3. Now they play Arizona twice. That's the tough part. Is you've got the #1 team in the country on your schedule twice in the back half of the conference season. So that Arizona State game on the road is huge because I don't see Oregon beating Arizona this year. You have to win in Tempe if you want any chance of making the tournament.
Then Oregon has Washington and Washington State coming to town. Washington looked like a game where Oregon could possibly win up in Seattle. Now they make the return trip to Eugene.
Yeah, can't lose either of these games at home. You've got to sweep the Washington schools. Washington, though, a tough matchup. You saw C.J. Wilcox with that length, put a lot of numbers up against Oregon. And Washington State, however, terrible this year. Oregon should win that game at home. But Washington at home, another one of those circle games.
And finally, the UCLA, USC, and then once again, Arizona, Arizona State back in Eugene.
Yeah, if you're looking to get to 9-9 if you're the Ducks, I think no chance of winning against Arizona, either home or on the road. And so there's one other game in there, and I think that's UCLA on the road. You got to find a way to win the rest of your games. So Arizona State and USC, getting those 2 splits on the road, those are going to be huge if Oregon wants any chance to sneak in.
Well, they have to go 6-3 and flip what they've done so far. I don't know how realistic that will be, but we'll be here breaking it all down for you on Campus Insiders Oregon.